Hello. This is your boy, Time Warren Hippo 9, playing on a Smurf. A Smurf in particular that I decided to flex on this season. I'm flexing, for those of you who aren't familiar with the term, is basically you play what your team needs.
Alright,
So,
let's just chill out
for the
for a second.
most part, I generally play main tank. But I'm flexing.
They've got a
So
Mercy
I'm just
that's
gonna wait
like
for everybody else on my team to pick, and then I'm gonna play
The
whatever
Mercy is super one.
they don't
Alright,
pick.
Mercy down.
So here I saw the Mercy kind of win in there, pocketing somebody. Just waited for the rest of the team to relocate, went after him.
Alright, I'm just pushing card again.
And then hopefully I'm gonna be able to get the Widowmaker next.
Sorry,
The
Logan.
Widowmaker
Sorry,
seems to have
Michael.
just killed like 6 people. So probably a mouse and keyboard, so I'm probably gonna have to target him really hard this game if we want to win. Our Tracer also just spawn camped the Mercy, so they're fighting without any good heals right now.
They have a Zen in the back, their Mercy's respawning.
So right now, I'm looking for either the Zen or the Widowmaker. I see the Widowmaker peek right there, and I go for him. I try to get him before the Mercy respawns, but I don't get there in time.
Mercy pocket now?
I know that our Tracer was spawn camping the Mercy earlier though, so they come in, we tag team them, get the Widowmaker, and now we're gonna
They're
look
two
for
down
the
right now. Mercy's rising,
the Mercy
on point.
again. Mercy comes back to
Super
point,
one.
and they're kind of forked, people in front and behind. So we should have been able to get the Zen and the Mercy there, but it seems like the rest of our team is dying. It seems to be a trend here. This is a Masters game, by the way. So I'm just here, 300 health, trying to push the cart. Strategy's going off a little bit, cool guy. That's all that's really going on. Let's see, we're gonna toss the bomb here in an effort to get him to not recontest. Ends up getting 2. I'm gonna call that skill and most definitely not luck.
Yeah, we got him.
My team's been getting shut down pretty hard this game. They're running double snipers comps, which, you know, the goal is to get picks. So you shouldn't be surprised when they do happen, but, like, this is a little bit much. So the D.Va goes way too far out, especially when they should be regrouping with their team there. That was just bad.
Sombra on top of
I
the
see
point.
the Sombra go on top of the plane. I'm chasing him here, but I thought I fucked it up.
Sombra up here doesn't have
Ended up getting him.
Sombra no translate hitter, on point. Got him.
Get him before they can
Watch
set
your
a
shadow
new
here,
one.
watch your shadow, he's trying to build it.
I'm trying to build another bomb here. Think. Did I end up getting that? It looks like I got it. Yeah.
Mercy dies, Mercy. Good.
I don't know. Right now I'm just chasing targets, not doing anything super special. Yeah, pushing cart.
Let's go.
I'm gonna get some staggers with our Tracer. I really don't have too much respect for anybody on my team besides our Tracer.
Get the Mercy inside.
Most of them are,
Sombra no translate,
you know,
right?
just, you know,
I'm trying to eat him.
I could have worded that a little bit better. It's not that I don't have respect for them, but I don't think they have carry potential. Our Tracer does have carry potential. They have the ability to get a pick on their own. So I'm just trying to play with them, help them do the most that they can do, and kind of just a little bit ignoring
Watch the shadow, yeah,
the rest of my
watch the
team,
shadow, watch the shadow.
which is definitely a mistake in hindsight, because our Mercy and our Moira, they could use all the help they could get since they're kind of low Masters players too. But you know, I'm flexing. I'm gonna make mistakes.
1 health. Right 1.
Yeah, we start off with a pick again.
Good. Brig behind all of us on cart. Brig on point.
I thought about just tossing a bomb there. No, I thought about tossing a bomb there, watching it behind, or
Brig.
in hindsight. But then I looked top right and noticed that they were down like 4 people.
Hamster now? Hamster very low.
So here I forced the D.Va to use her fly. The Reinhardt shield dies. Mercy's forced him to spawn for like 4 or 5 seconds. That was mostly just forcing them to use abilities and separate.
Brig on point. Can die. Getting pocketed by a Mercy.
We should have
Mercy,
this. I think we're only down 1.
Back to Brig. Good. Hamster.
Again,
Hamster,
not doing
hamster,
anything too special here. Just
Okay, Tracer now, Tracer.
shooting the dudes. And yeah, that was our offense. So I'm thinking about editing this one possibly, and I don't know if I'm gonna speed up the time right here in between rounds. If I do, it might be better to talk very slowly, kind of like that, you know, so you can kind of understand it if it gets sped up, or you know, like a smart person, I could just cut the clip here and then have a new clip layered on top of the sped up part, or I could just cut it out, you know. There's a lot of things I could do, but I'm not the kind of guy that would do the smart thing, so instead I'm just gonna keep talking and talk through the whole thing, and you guys are gonna have you know, 43 seconds of nothing that you're gonna have to watch. Zarya is not very strong on this map. Hog's very good here. Diva's very good here. Zarya's kind of some cheeks. But I've had good Zarya maps, or Zarya games on this map before, so I stay. Especially Zarya has such strong carry potential, especially against weaker players that, you know, kind of get out of position a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. But the reason Zarya is weak here is because of all the high ground. Hog and Diva can interact very well with the high ground. They can pull people off of stuff as they're passing by. Diva can just fly up and down.
Winston low behind you guys. Winston.
Zarya can't do any of that. If they're on low ground, they don't fuck with people on high ground. They can't. So right here, I dropped a low ground. Now anybody that gets to high ground, they're beyond my reach. I don't mess with that. Now if I was Diva right now, I would be able to turn on the McCree that was just called out, and the McCree would probably die. Or he already did die. Alright, that's good. But instead I was just unable to do that because of the character I was on, and I just have to keep focusing frontline.
Oh, Brig dies. Brig super low.
That's the thing a lot of people don't get when they do callouts. They're not really aware of who can actually follow up on their callouts. Sometimes, like a
no, don't do it! Oh, the madman! Okay, I'm gonna die here, maybe.
Sometimes people call stuff out when there's nobody on the team left who can actually do anything about the callout, so it's just unnecessary.
Grab here, grab up. I'm grabbing.
It's a terrible. So the McCree rolled out right there a second before. The Hog walked to the left. Turned from a 3-man grab to a 1-man grab.
He's behind.
Again, Diva would have been great there. Eats the Deadeye. Can challenge the McCree. And I recognize that and I switch. I think that was my first death. Yeah, 27-1 gold elims.
There's Winston chasing our Ashe right
now. You know, threw a little bit in picking Zarya instead of Diva, but that's okay. We're gonna make it up. We still killed 2 minutes. We have another fight here that we can probably win.
Nice.
So
no hook.
Hook's down. They're also down 1. We should be able to push very aggressively here and win most of the time. Unfortunately, they get a pretty big hack, and then I get chain CC'd and die. I already tried their best, but I went around a corner a little bit, and then when I went to regroup with them, they assumed I was already dead, so they stopped trying, which is fair. I probably would have done the same thing. Yeah, this is definitely a loss, so I'm just gonna back up. So, right there, my natural reaction when I hear something close to me is to turn and defense matrix it on Diva. If it's a Sombra, you have to turn and shoot. You cannot defense matrix. You have to shoot so you don't get hacked. Right there, my natural reaction kind of got me killed a little bit. And, you know, again, that's just a matter of not playing the character as much as a lot of other people. I get debacked again. It's unfortunate. But I'm already at 90, like 100. We should be fine. This is a big waste of EMP there. Our team's very weak to it. I think we have double off tank right now, right? Yeah. Our Roadhog switched off for some reason.
On our Ashe, I think. On our Ashe.
You might rhyme like McCree. I die like every hour with you, man.
So,
Yeah, 'cause your ass.
The lack of heals, I feel like you have an Ana. What's going on?
Oh my god.
Oh my, I finally got, I'm not even, like, you just damages me. Watch me die.
Hop off.
Uh-oh.
That's everything.
it was a nice hook, but it doesn't really matter.
Someone's on cart. Hamster's on cart. Very low.
The Roadhog's looking for hooks on the off tanks here,
Tossing on a Diva Bomb?
which,
Or,
you know, it's the easiest hook to get,
I'm gonna recontest with Diva Bomb.
but against a team like this without a shield, the hooks on the squishies are so easy. I don't know, it just feels like a mistake to be going after the tanks instead of the squishies here.
I can stall for like 10 seconds. That's it though.
You can get a Bob, and it's pretty nice.
That's all I can do.
Oh my, Hamster's one, dude. Hurry get Bob, Brigitte one. You just keep Bob on point.
Well, it looks like the team does it, which is nice.
Just let this big ass ape to me.
Mercy on point. Mercy free. Alright, Winston now. Winston.
In the time, I was very scared that the Sombra on the other team was just going to pop up behind and backcap. I thought about calling it out, but instead I just kept an eye on it.
I literally got Hog getting freaking altered by Winston and he just flies over me.
Actually, they're off of Sombra now, right?
Oh my god, I'm doing like no healing.
Widow McCree? Yeah, no more Sombra.
This is bad. I have 8k heals in 10 minutes. Oh, you're dead. You're so bad, aren't you?
No hook. Oh. Hog dies. Push us hog. Push the hog.
That's something I do kind of a lot.
Look at our Ash, bro. Where's our
There was like a half a second delay between when I actually called it out and when I went after it. If you just go after something as you're saying go for it, like the rest of your team needs a little bit to process what you said, find where the person you're talking about is, and then go after him. I didn't want to go in there alone, get hooked, shot, and shot
I
again,
think I'm
and
maybe dead here.
like lose my mech because I wanted to chase the target. So that's why there was that little pause. I'm trying to do a doobity-doo with this wall here, where I
Tossing on a Diva Bomb.
don't give them a great idea of where it's coming from. It also gets them off point for a little bit. But not long enough. So right now we're down 3 or 4? 5 if you include my mech. Yeah, I got it. So now I finally died, so I can finally switch to main tank. Because, like I said, I'm flexing. I'm just picking whatever we need. Right now that happens to be a main tank. Which, you know, works out. They weren't expecting an Orisa walk out and instantly get 2 kills.
Okay.
This looks pretty, but it was probably definitely a little unnecessary.
No, you're still better.
Oh, dude, you throw my comp games.
One ugly snort.
Don't use my shield. If you do, I'll die. Don't use my shield.
Man. So Naku was using my shield too. That's the reason it went through my shield and I died. If he was just shooting at that dead-eyeing McCree, he would have died in time. So he could have either not used my thing, or he could have shot at the guy. Either would have made it so that we didn't all die. I misplay a little bit here if I remember correctly. Like I want Bongo, so I back up and I try to put in a safe spot. But then nobody else on our team is on speedy heroes so that they can touch. I don't know if our Zen just built Trance. If he had it before, he definitely should have used that to touch. I don't know. Just
Your mic is ass.
fuck.
Yeah, and just do dive again, Buzzkill.
I forgot. This goes into overtime, so there's 2 more of these that I'm too lazy to cut up. Whatever. You guys get to deal with, oh. You've got spare time in your
I
lives.
like
You can
the
deal
Rhino,
with
you
it.
can do like the Rhino. I'll just be
Learn to appreciate. No, that doesn't work. I was gonna say learn to appreciate little things, but
Scared player one.
you know,
You got that here one.
coming to appreciate that would mean
I'm the best mercy in the
not.
game.
I don't know.
Whoa.
Maybe it could work.
Get forgettable color here.
I mean, Mercy was my most played this season until earlier today.
You're
I'm literally the
nasty.
best mercy alive.
Stop flexing for randoms.
Dude, I'm literally the best. No mercy is better.
Oh, that's some ghosty stuff.
So this was the big reason I wanted our guy to run Reinhardt instead of Winston. A lot of the time when it gets to overtime scenarios, people get desperate. They say, I want to win. The way to win is goats. So they go goats. And that's exactly what happened. Winston, not the best against goatsy stuff. He doesn't do enough damage. It just doesn't work out generally. Our Brig feeds there, and then our Ryan feeds there, so we're kind of in a bad start. But you know, I'm in position to recontest. 50 on my ult, might be able to build it. Yeah, gonna give it a shot.
Touching, we're fighting this.
Yeah, call out to the team I'm touching, so they all do come. They all use their ults. Oh, and then this is where the Sombra pick from earlier on the other team starts, you know, making a difference. You know.
It's hard to get on fire with mercy.
You'll notice the floating Reinhardt in the background. While this may be very new and interesting to you, this has become far too common for me. A large part of why I recorded this game was because I was fucking tired of this crap. Oh, just a little bit. I wanted somebody to be able to see the bullshit that I have to deal with every single time I play comp.
Come again?
And, you know, that right there, that was that bullshit.
Can we do action stuff just for one life?
It was actually pretty tame this game. It only happened that one time, and it happened pretty darn late in, which was cool.
Your mic is all like spirit and shit.
So you'll notice none of them are moving right now. You might think that is because
I have the best mic in the.
fuck. That's because they're just not moving. But no, my game was frozen right there. I couldn't do anything. Every time my mic gets like that, they just mentioned my mic sounded like I was underwater. I'm lagging out.
Oh god! Oh god! Basically, watching her attack you.
Tell me if DPS.
And because I was lagging out, I didn't check outside to see if they were doing the thing. And, you know, you kind of get punished for that.
No. Why?
It doesn't really matter that I get staggered there. I just lose like 20% of my ult.
Do not follow the map. They don't even go to the. I just dropped my accuracy by like 10. One dude.
Dude, if someone just goes Bastion, sits inside of spawn, and breaks their shield, we'll win this.
Yeah, I tried my
Shields.
Shields, yeah.
The last one, dude.
Zarya very alone.
We have a Pharah.
So you'll notice
Yeah.
the game is broken right now. Everybody's floating. Yeah. Again, happens kind of constantly. Surprisingly, I didn't die. My mech was. Never mind. Forget about it. This is going to become a reoccurring trend, as you'll see. Somber pick earlier turned out very well for them. But it seems their team's sort of turning out to win it, which is cool.
So I have such really good DPS.
But they're not pushing the card at all. I thought I'd lagged out again, and that's why the brig was standing there. But no, they're just being silly.
Why are we not moving the... You got barrage and you got harpoon. And you have anybody to get us off of hydrogen. Oh, damn right.
Oh, yeah, okay. Zarya's walking Stairway to Heaven, so that's cool. Look at him go. Look at him go. Having a fun old time. Not me, though. I'm having a terrible time. Because I feel like shit for throwing... Oh, wow. That was fun. I just feel like a piece of shit for throwing my teammates' games. Because my internet's trashed and I don't know what to do about it. And so I barely play comp anymore. Because, you know... This isn't fun. This is terrible. This has been going on for 9 months. And I can't stop it. I've called Spectrum so many times.
I'm charging in there soon.
I call it I was charging in there, but I messed that up a little bit. There's a lot of the Orisa split. Orisa should be able to die by like a flanking pharmacy or something. We're up 2 here. We should win this. We shouldn't need any more ults. I also definitely shouldn't die here, but I lag out and I'm forced to walk in a straight line. Again. And so now, we're down our main tank and our main support for our final fight. Because, again, you know, lag. But I'm coming back right now. Now we're down our McCree, so we're entering this final fight. 5v6 because of me and because I died. Our McCree died, and you know, now we're getting graved and getting charged, and you know, it's just a fucking shit show. Yeah. So now there's 2 seconds left in the game, and yeah. So that's my Overwatch. That is the Overwatch I've gotten to play for the past long while now. Bada boom.